We are giving you maintenance tips on to keep your appliances going and keep them from just breaking down in general. People don't realize they're doing everyday things and it's just breaking their appliances. So we're going to start with the stove first. Is that okay if we start there? So what you were telling me about when people hire a cleaning company to come in and clean their houses, the cleaning company does this to their stove panel and it ruins it. And what is that?
That is using ammonia-based cleaners.
Which is
Number one,
Windex.
Windex. And it's so easy on a microwave,
Oh my goodness. So using Windex to clean your appliances is really bad.
Absolutely.
So what does it do?
Usually you have these touch panels. Most notable is your microwave control panel, but most of the ranges now have a touch panel for at least a timer or setting the oven temperature.
Yep.
They are layers of plastic in there that are glued together to make that electroconductive spot. And the ammonia gets between those layers and rips the adhesive apart, and then they short out. So your Windex, you're going along the front of a range or across the front of a microwave, and the door is fine. You got glass there, but then you have a touch panel, and they need to be separate.
So how do you clean them? I just use soap and water when I clean all my appliances. That's all I use. I don't use any disinfectant, nothing. I just use, after I do the dishes, I just take my soapy water and wipe down all of the appliances. But is that the best way to clean them, or?
Yeah, a soft damp rag, soap and water. I do always recommend a little bit of white distilled vinegar added in with water in a spray bottle.
Okay.
That's beneficial for hard water deposits.
Okay.
And it usually does a little bit less streaky kind of speckly look than soap and water does sometimes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The vinegar does have a mild disinfecting angle to it. Peroxide does as well. You just want to kind of be careful with peroxide. Usually we just stick to the vinegar.
What about rubbing alcohol? Would that work?
Rubbing alcohol is a little bit rough sometimes on electronics, just because it's a solvent and you've got a water content. It can open up a corridor, through something that has an adhesive, and possibly you'll get water in there.
Yeah.
There are angles that rubbing alcohol is fine for. I don't discourage it. I like to, keep a wary eye on some uses of it.